Yui Mizuno, otherwise known as Yui Metal, was many people's favorite from Babymetal, so when it was announced that she was leaving the group, fans were really upset. But now it has been 7 years, and no one has seen her since her leaving the group. So what happened? Yui Mizuno was born on June 20, 1999, in Kanagawa Prefecture, Japan. Mizuno's family suffered from an unidentified, potentially fatal sickness when she was in the 3rd grade. She had to stay in the waiting room every day, wondering about their health, because she was too young to be brought to the intensive care unit. The physician suggested playing music that Mizuno frequently listened to in the waiting area. At the time, this music was from the girl group Karen Girl. She claims that the music gave her the strength and bravery to get through the ordeal and that Mizuno wanted to become a Karen Girl after her family had left the hospital. Since 2006, she was working as a child model for a few magazines. Then in 2010, she got into acting, taking small parts to build her career. The same year, at the age of 11, Mizuno joined Sakura Gakuen, an idol group managed by the talent agency Amuse Incorporated. She joined at the same time as another future Babymetal member, Moa Kikuchi. Members of Sakura Gakuen were split up into smaller subgroups called clubs in addition to performing as a group. Every club has its own band that put out original music. Kikuchi and Mizuno initially joined the Baton Club and its band, Twinkle Stars. They then joined lead singer Suzuka Nakamoto in a heavy music club as dancers and supporting vocalists. The corresponding musical ensemble was called Babymetal. None of the 3 members had any idea what heavy metal was before this group was formed. Babymetal established a self-contained recording group in 2012. After Mizuno graduated from Sakura Gakuen in 2015, she performed primarily with Babymetal. During a bus ride, Mizuno and Kikuchi wrote Song 4 together, earning them a writing credit under the moniker Black Babymetal for the debut Babymetal album in 2014. The Babymetal album received an extraordinary response, selling 37,000 copies in Japan in its first week of release. The debut album also reached 4th place on the Oricon Weekly Album Chart and 2nd place on Billboard Japan. Not stopping there, the Babymetal album also topped the iTunes metal charts in Germany, the United Kingdom, and the United States. Even more impressively, the album reached position 187 on the United States Billboard 200 chart on March 22, 2014. This was a remarkable achievement for musicians pioneering a new genre of music. Because of this success, Babymetal's concept, exciting presence, and musical style became a global sensation. Critics and fans of metal music from all around the world took notice of Babymetal. They embarked on their first global tour, performing in major cities across the United States, France, Germany, and England. They even performed on the same stage as Metallica, Slayer, and Anthrax in Canada. Their second album, Metal Resistance, was released in 2016 amid their hectic international tour schedule. More varied musical genres, such as rap metal, groove metal, symphonic metal, glam metal, and more, were included in their second album. Metal Resistance was once again exceptionally well received, reaching number 39 on the Billboard 200 in its first week of release. This became the highest ranking achieved by a Japanese artist since Kyo Sakamoto in 1963. In the United Kingdom, Metal Resistance reached number 15 on the UK album chart, the highest position ever achieved by a Japanese band. The day after Metal Resistance's release, Babymetal became the first Japanese artist to perform at Wembley Arena. They also broke records as the artist with the highest merchandise sales in Wembley's history. In the same year, their debut album was named the best album of the 21st century by Metal Hammer magazine readers. Babymetal concluded their 2016 world tour with 2 nights at Tokyo Dome, attracting around 55,000 people each night. In late 2017, Babymetal performed at Hiroshima Green Arena. The performance marked Babymetal's first show without a complete lineup, as Yui was ill. At the time, there were rumors that she had quit, but the management team said that she is still a member and that she is just ill. But this was not stopping people from demanding to know what actually happened. One person even created a petition to get answers. Yui Mizuno, also known as Yui Metal, is a member of Babymetal. She has been absent from Babymetal's recent world tour and all of their activities this year. She was ill during a show in Japan last December, but she has not appeared during the last world tour. There was no warning in advance, and fans were left disappointed and confused. This is false advertising and disrespect to fans. So far, management have tried to cover this up using complex narratives, but that won't work. We want to know where Yui Metal is and why we are being cheated out of our money. This petition didn't go anywhere. Then, in May 2018, Babymetal launched their own record label called Babymetal Records. A few days later, they began their 2018 world tour, unfortunately again without Yui, who was still sick. After releasing a new single, they officially announced Yui's departure from Babymetal. Yui Metal had expressed her desire to return performing with the group in the following months after last December's performance due to health concerns. During her absence, both Su-metal and Moametal as well as the entire staff team had been preparing for her awaited return. However, Yui Metal came to a decision that she will not be performing at Babymetal World Tour 2018 in Japan and that she will no longer be a part of Babymetal. We thank her for all of her contributions and wish her all the best in her future endeavors. Yui wrote her own message to fans about why she left. To all the fans, I am truly sorry for the inconvenience I have caused so many people due to being absent for an extended period of time. I have mulled over this over and over again, but I have decided to leave Babymetal at this time. I feel very sorry that my decision will disturb the other members and so many fans who have supported Babymetal. I am further terribly sorry to sadden the fans who have supported Babymetal. I had the strong desire to appear on stage again, but my physical condition is not at its best even now. And further, I feel that I would like to pursue my dream, one that I have had for a long time, of going on my own as Mizuno Yui. It is these factors that led to my decision. I am thankful for the numerous and precious experiences I was able to have being a part of Babymetal. I always felt day to day that I was truly blessed. The live shows where we all smiled together and became as one were truly happy and enjoyable times. I will do my utmost best to be able to again one day meet all of you as Mizuno Yui. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for the last 8 years. Mizuno Yui. People just couldn't understand what happened to her that would cause her to leave the group. They were questioning it back then and a few years later. Some people think it might have been something really serious. It's now 2022, and she's still on hiatus. I suspect that whatever illness caused Ms. Mizuno to leave Babymetal, it must be pretty serious. Given she fainted a couple of times while performing with Babymetal, it could have been exhaustion or something much more serious. Either way, I trust she is in the care of her doctors and is taking care of herself. It's sad to see one so young be taken out of their promising career so early by circumstances that are likely beyond their control, though. I hope she is doing well and is happy. There are people far more knowledgeable than me here, but I will try with the limited information I have. Essentially, we don't know. There is a theory about it being a back injury of some sort, which would seem to explain the events thus far, as they usually have a lengthy and discouraging recovery and the feeling of being almost fine one day and being nearly unable to move the following. This lack of information means we can speculate all we want, but in the end it is a matter of personal interpretation. For instance, the last we knew was some information relayed in the shareholders meeting back in June, but there were like 4 or 5 different versions from different people, and all we could reasonably conclude was that she was recovering, or recovered, as the Japanese language is difficult to translate when it comes to this kind of expression. What does it mean? Well, it can be lots of things, as we are lacking the vital details of what particular health issue she was experiencing. We don't know if it is a condition that precludes permanently some kind of physical efforts, even when recovered. Or what recovered means here, because between being able to lead a normal life without problems and being fit enough to take part in a Babymetal performance, there is a significant gap. And without the pertinent data, we are unable to fathom what would be the case. And Babymetal members did talk about her being recovered/recovering in 2019. Yui's recovery did go well. We wish for relief for the fans. The condition of Yui Mizuno has recovered, and she is preparing for a new dream. Mizuno Yui's health has gotten a lot better, so please be rest assured. Then in 2021, Yui did an interview for Sakura Gakuin's 10th anniversary memorial book. But since then there has been completely nothing about her. Like, how can she be able to go into hiding so well when she is one of the most popular people in Japan? But the demand to know where she is never stopped. People on Reddit even 6 months ago were questioning, where is she? But nobody knows what actually happened to her and where she is. Usually when people are left on this, they want to know even more. Some people think that she should just say, "I am fine and happy," and they would leave it alone. But others think that nobody has a right to question anything if she chose to live a quiet, normal life. But what are your thoughts? Thank you for watching, and see you next time.